All right. So far we have covered what tobacco is, what nicotine is. We have also looked at the many forms of tobacco, and we have also looked at health ailments that can arise from using tobacco. So today we will be looking at different forms of peer pressure, and we will also be examining the 8 steps of remaining tobacco free. So there are 4 types of peer pressure, and there are 2 main categories. One category is external peer pressure. So this is a peer pressure coming from outside of you. So that would be a student or a peer or a friend. And they're encouraging some kind of behavior. Whereas an internal peer pressure is going to be coming from within. It's going to be a feeling or a desire, but it's still in relation to other peers. So that might be the feeling of wanting to fit in, and that's going to encourage a certain behavior. All right, so there's external positive peer pressure. So that would be an outside source encouraging a positive or beneficial behavior. There's external negative peer pressure, where there's an outside student or some kind of peer who is encouraging negative behavior. And then there's internal positive peer pressure, where there's an inside feeling or desire that's causing or encouraging a positive behavior. And then lastly, there is internal negative peer pressure. And that's going to be an inside feeling that is encouraging a negative behavior. So I'm going to read off to you guys a handful of different scenarios, and I want you guys to tell me what type of what type of peer pressure this is. And I just want you guys to raise your hand and let me know what you guys think. So, the first one is John was invited to a party where he knows there will be drinking and smoking. John has a group of friends that convince him that maybe this is not a good idea because he might get in trouble. So, what type of peer pressure do you guys think this is? All right. Oops. So, correct, it is external positive peer pressure. This is because there's an outside source, and in this case, it's his friends, John's friends, who are encouraging him not to participate in something that would negatively impact his health. All right, next example, I want you guys to just discuss amongst yourselves what kind of peer pressure you think that this is. Chloe is at a new school, and she is at a football game with her group of friends she met. They are in a hidden spot where no one can see them, and her new friends begin to smoke cigarettes. No one asks Chloe if she wants to smoke, but she is new in school and wants to fit in. What kind of peer pressure? All right, I'm hearing internal negative peer pressure. That is correct. This is an internal feeling. She wants to fit in, but it's in regards to her peers, and it's a negative peer pressure because she wants to fit in by smoking, and this is not a good thing. Okay, last example. Again, just discuss amongst yourselves what you guys think. Megan started smoking a year ago. She overheard some of her friends say that they want to stop smoking as well, and we're going to check out a tobacco cessation or basically a class to learn how to stop smoking. And Megan checks out the class online and signs up. What kind of peer pressure? This one is a little trickier. Alright, so this is an internal positive peer pressure. These are feelings coming from within. She wants to stop smoking, and she already had these feelings. And so that these feelings are being applied to her peers are also wanting to stop, so she's deciding to sign up for that class, and that's a positive behavior. Alright, so I'm going to get you guys started in a guided activity. This will take 2 minutes. So with a partner, identify 2 forms of peer pressure you have experienced. So I'll give you guys 2 minutes to discuss that, and we'll come back together and share those thoughts. Okay, time is up. So last topic, tobacco refusal strategies. So there's 8 steps to remain tobacco free. Number 1 is be a role model. So there's many different ways to be a role model, but one of the things I think of when being a role model is actually participating in activities that are good for your health, are good for your social life, are good for just all dimensions of health. So I think of playing sports or getting involved in clubs or hobbies or something that makes you happy that's getting you away from risks like using tobacco. Number 2 is understand why others choose tobacco. If we look at the reasons behind why people choose tobacco, we might be able to figure out how to choose other pathways that are more beneficial and way healthier. And some of those reasons are going to be, like I kind of already mentioned, wanting to fit in, wanting to be independent maybe, or wanting to rebel. These are all ways that we can actually kind of change and express in other ways besides using tobacco. All right, number 3 is think about impacts on appearance and lifestyle. This one mostly applies to cigarette smoking. So if you're going to smoke a cigarette, that smell is going to stay on your clothes, in your breath, in your hair. It's not great for lifestyle or appearance. And secondly, your teeth get yellow, and that's something that's just not fun either. Also, your energy decreases way down as you start smoking regularly. And this is something that you want to keep your energy throughout the day to complete your tasks and finish the day out strong. Number 4 is consider the expenses. If you're spending a lot of money on those consistent or even intermittent use of tobacco products, not just cigarettes, this can be highly pricey, and you could use your money in way better ways, such as saving for college or a trip, or even just clothes, or spending time with friends, going out to dinner. These are all things that you could be doing instead of using tobacco and spending money on tobacco. Number 5 is prepare for peer pressure. This is something that is somewhat inevitable, so we want to think about what we're going to say and what we're most comfortable saying, so that when we say no, we're going to feel like we're going to stand our ground and remain adamant, because those are very important components of not using tobacco. All right. 6 is take addiction seriously. Addiction can happen to anyone. It can also happen when just using any tobacco product once, or even just intermittent uses, not even using it very much. Addiction can happen to anyone, no matter how many times you've used the product. Number 7 is consider the long-term effects. As we've discussed, there's many health ailments. Think about heart problems, blood flow deficiencies, lung problems, energy decreases. What else? There's so many health ailments that just are not worth these risks. And lastly, number 8, think beyond cigarettes. Don't forget that there's many other products that can cause harmful effects, or can be just as harmful as cigarette smoking. So just like we've discussed, there's dissolvable products, there are water pipes, cigars, there's so many different tobacco products, and I just want you guys to remain aware so that you know not to go towards those products either. So that is it for today. Thank you so much.